Happy holidays, happy December 6th, and welcome to your horror advent calendar. I hope you spent the last 24 hours listening to the Anna and the Apocalypse soundtrack. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check out yesterday's video below or up here, somewhere. It'll be around. But as for today, let's dive in and see what our day 6 recommendation is. All right, that one really went through it and come out of the box. Day 6 is The Children, which is a movie I had not seen before doing this video. It came out in 2008 and was directed by Tom Shankland. And let's see what the Letterboxd summary has to say about this movie. I don't have my mic plugged in. All right, can we just pretend I had my mic on for all of that? Because I'm okay pretending if you're okay pretending. So let's get back to the summary. On Letterboxd, it says, oh my god, you brought them into this world, now they will take you out. That's crazy. A relaxing Christmas vacation turns into a terrifying fight for survival as the children begin to turn on their parents. That's exactly it. I don't really have too much to add to that. It's a family on a Christmas vacation, and there's some virus, I think, that causes the kids to go nuts and start getting homicidal towards not just their parents, kind of towards everybody. So if that sounds like something that's up your alley, you'll probably like this movie. It has an average rating of 3 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd, so mostly positive reviews. I also gave it a 3 out of 5 stars because I'm a normie. But yeah, it's pretty much what it says on the tin, murderous children at Christmas time. It looks like a lot of my friends on Letterboxd actually have not seen this one, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. But let's talk about the things that I like about it. By now you probably realize that when a movie goes bonkers, I give it bonus points. I like it a little more, no matter what. And this movie certainly does go bonkers. It does not hold back at all, which I feel like is often tempting when you're making a movie with children in it. You don't want to see harm come to children. This movie wants to see harm come to children. It's insane. But also, if that sounds like something that would upset you, steer clear from this movie. Something that's really interesting about this movie is the way they use blood. First of all, there's just a lot of blood. There's so much gore in this movie, so if that turns your stomach, this may not be the film for you. But there's lots of blood. There's lots of blood on snow, which is a contrast I always think looks so cool. I think there should be so many horror movies set in snowy climates. There's also a lot of shots of blood like seeping into things, like cracks in wood and stuff. There's just a lot of care taken with the blood, which I think is really interesting. I'm realizing all the things that I really like about this movie make me sound concerning. But another thing I loved so much was the use of violence. It was all very sudden violence and just did not let up once it started. It's the kind of movie where like things start out pretty normal, but then once the first act of violence happens, it just does not let up. It just keeps turning the lever higher and higher. And like I said earlier, they are not afraid to go there, which I think is exciting because you never know what's gonna happen next. Nobody's safe. Now on to the things I didn't like so much about this movie. I think in general, it's really hard to find good kid actors, and these kid actors in particular, there was a lot asked of them in this movie. They were complicated roles for anyone, let alone a very small child to play. So I don't blame them, but they weren't very good. I'm sorry, they just weren't. They weren't super convincing or believable. It was very much like, I just told a small child to remember these lines and now he's gonna repeat them, which is fine, but I'm just saying, not the best. I also had trouble with, and this could just be like a my fault thing for not paying attention, but I had trouble with some of the relationships. Like, I didn't really understand who was married to who or who was related to who. So there were times when I was like, is this a creepy thing that's happening or is this an okay thing to be happening given their relationship? Which totally could be my fault for not paying enough attention, but maybe it wasn't very clear what the relationships were. I also didn't understand the lore of the movie, like how this virus or whatever it was that caused the kids to snap, I don't know where it came from, I don't know why it happened. I just want to know what makes kids start killing people, because it certainly wasn't like they made the conscious decision to start murdering people. It was clearly some like possession, supernatural virus type thing going on, and I just wanted to understand it a little better. And also, this is the kind of movie that makes me never want kids. I had the same experience when I watched We Need to Talk About Kevin for the first time, where it's just like, oh my god, what if I have a kid and then they turn into this? Like I know it's a movie, but maybe that's why I want to understand the lore some more, because like, can that happen? Will that happen to me? I hope not. So as for the festive levels, it is in fact Christmas. There's a lot of Christmas revelry going on, you know, family getting together, seeing your cousins, seeing your aunts, maybe hanging out with family you don't want to hang out with. That's Christmas, baby. And the whole snowy atmosphere also feels very Christmassy and cozy. And while this may not be as good of a family Christmas watch, you may not want to watch it with your parents or your children. Oh my god, I would never show this to my child. I don't want them getting ideas. But yeah, again, it is super violent, super bloody. For me, I think that's fun. So if you're like me, I think you'll have a really good time with this movie. But I hope you do check it out. I'm really interested to hear people's first reactions to this. It's a wild ride. So all that being said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I will see you tomorrow.